Lizard.
Ctlau, who is here first?
Okay. While we set up, we'll have some pre-ramble, amble, bamble, wambles. How are you, sweetie? Hmm? How you doing, Catra? You want to tell KT about the cat that was laying on the bench outside that you were like, excuse me, she's not supposed to be there, or they're not supposed to be there? Hmm? 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 Bum, bum. Got to do the thing for Instagram, too. Bum. But it's easy because we're just going to reuse a post because I did not have time today to redo something. So, and tomorrow I have a freaking call with the. What's up? Hmm? 2 hour meeting, and you still have meeting notes? My God. Those are kind of the moments that I'm just like, and what am I supposed to do with this meeting? What am I supposed to do with this meeting? Like, literally, what am I supposed to do with it? How is this beneficial to anybody? Hmm? Hi, sweetie. How are you? Hmm? So now we get these. What's up? What are you doing? What are you doing? You were literally in the best spot possible that I could ever hope that you're in, and now you're not. And I ask why. I live here. Thank you. What? What's up? Huh? What's up? What is your problem right now? What's up?
Catra. Deminded just showed up with new friends. Hope they have treats.
Emmy, how are you? Welcome in.
Blizzard.
Confused cat girl just claimed second.
I am just getting started. What is up with you, Demi? Hello. Hello, Moto. I'm going to act super cute right now. Okay. Good progress with Warsmiths? Excellent. That's always good. That's good. That's good. Demi's coming in with a little friggin' cute little foxy earsies, and they just go blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. Welcome in, everybody, from Deminded Stream. I hope you were enjoying the great German painter that they are. Can I help you right now, sweetie? Can I help you? We have Catra, who's like going left and right over the desk and cannot pick up her mind where she wants to be. Super, super, super warm right now and super fuzzy. The Cato is doing the Cato things, and she's like, I'm going to play at everything. Yes, the main character is here and is off camera as she wishes to be, because she is very interested in an area where I hide one treat, and I'm going to start hiding it somewhere else, so she is not always looking there for it. What's up? Well, what do you mean? We got rated by Demi. We know them. We did a stream with them. They're super awesome. They were being super spicy today, just kind of like you are right now. Got the paws out and all that jazz. Got the little meow out. Yeah. Why did that fire again? Yay! I messed with StreamerBot some today and had it going. I know why that did that. I know why that did that. I need to adjust that. I need to adjust that. I know why that happened. I know why that happened. I need to make a note. I need to make a note. The first person that gets to be on the list of things today for my paper. It's funny because I watched one video and the guy's like, StreamerBot's kind of like a restaurant, and it's going to make something in a very specific order. And I'm like, that makes sense. Yes, I see that now. Manual, shut up. Remove Twitch. In the manual shoutout command, there's a / shoutout. One of the triggers for it is, instead of just the exclamation of shoutout at username, it has the Twitch command for when it says a shoutout command has been used, do a shoutout. Hence why it said at target user, because there was no /user at the end of that /shoutout command. So it's like, I did the thing, and it's like, excellent. You have brought me the mouse. Good evening, Smithereen. Good evening to you, Confused Cat Girl. Arcus as well. Good evening to you. I am glad you are here. Demi, I'm glad you are here. If you need to raid and run and get some sleep, I completely and utterly understand it is quite late in the evening or early in the morning for you, since you are across the pond in that lands of Germany's. So what we have tonight is we are going to work on some magenta magic effects for this warband. And we're going to kind of stay focused on that a little bit. So part of the problem that I have with this one is that this magenta is too close to this row. Okay, you clean your desk and you be safe. Sleep is important and a very, very helpful thing to being productive in life, or so they tell me. This magic is a little too dark and it's too close to these robes, so I need to introduce some more color. And then I need to finish up his green non-metallic metal face as well, and make sure that I got everything on him squared away that I want to be squared away as well. Katra apparently has decided that she's going to be super cute on stream right now and just lay there. Sleep. Is it just a conspiracy theory? Is it really just a conspiracy theory? Is it? Or, hear me out. Hear me out. Is the conspiracy created by Big Sleep? Big Sleep's out to get you to dream. You need to dream so we can have power and give power to the dream. Which, by the way, love that I loved that TV series. Loved the Sandman. Need to get your tinfoil hat. If you get the tinfoil hat, then the dream can't find you. I never went back. Well, I stopped using Netflix, so I never watched the next season of it. But I think the original, the Sandman passed, and then they brought in a new Sandman, and they brought back the Green, and the Green's like, dude, what are you doing? Why? Anime time skip. Well, at least you had a semi-interesting training arc to rest. How are you doing? Are you okay? What's wrong? I know, I'm wearing a bandana. It's weird for me. Or that could be the thing. You just had to close your eyes so your body could go on a training arc, and you just wake up and it's ready to rock and roll. All right. All right, sweetie. So I need to organize myself really quick before you decide you want to do your I'm going to be a terror thing. Because I know you're going to do it. I know you're going to do it. You not be a terror is like saying that the white sky isn't going to be blue today. That's the job for caffeine. Oh, yes, I also need brushes. Rumor has it that helps. Or that could just be another conspiracy by Big Brush. I got your pausies. I got your pausies. I got your pausies. Huh? I got your pausies. Here. I got your pausies. You know, I would try to get my camera and give you take a photo of you right now being stupid cute with your head hanging off the side of that. But by the time I get my camera out and take a photo, it will not work at all. There we go. Broosh. So this warband is, I was trying to stay cold, and I think I've worked myself into a silly place. Classic cat. Yeah, exactly. It's like, oh, you're being really cute. Let me get a photo. Second later, chaos erupts and everything's on fire. You're like, well, yeah, well, that's normal. That appears to be normal. What's up? What? I'm letting you sleep, but you keep looking at me like you want me to give you pets. Okay, okay, okay. No more pets. No more pets. I can see your little tail doing the little flippy flippy. Just doing a little flippy flippy. Are you frustrated because it's warm up here right now? Okay. She is now turned away from me. She is staring out the window. Enjoy. Keep us, spread the daily democracy, and then get your eepy weepies in. Yeah, Cat be like, exactly. That's what she's like right now. She's like, no, bro. She's like, bro, how about no? And I'm like, but how about yes? And she's like, but how about no? I'm like, I'm trying here. And she's like, yeah, I know, but I don't really care. And that red comes out real strong. That red is really strong. But it's giving me that variation that I want to have. So perhaps we keep it to just a smidge, yes? And you're building Grey Knights, right, Demi? I am terrible with the War of Hammers. Okay. She now lay down and she like, I do the sleepies and be the cuties. And I'm like, okay. Think and use, please. Bum, bum, bum. Hmm. We're gonna try this for a while and see if it works. Mornings. Are you feeling better now? Are you feeling a little less spicy? Hmm? Here, here. Yeah, I put that up now. So, um, over the that brown box where I'm pointing and she's kind of staring at, I put a bunch of her treats in there in hopes that it would help her trim her claws a little bit or keep her claws a little shorter. But she seems to not care about them in that box because she can't find a way to pick them up or move them around, which I find weird. I find that weird, my love, that you're unwilling to get them out of that. Okay. Are we off on an adventure? Oh, is that what you're trying to tell me? Is it time for adventure? For kitty adventure? And the moment I say that she does not want to use said box, guess what she starts using? I'm very proud of you. What's up? Willow, how are you? That's what we're going to work on tonight. Is our spell effects for like the magenta. I need these to be slightly different than the rest of the figure. So this is one I haven't done yet, and you can see that her spells are essentially the same. You're in a meeting for work. Oh, that is 100% understandable. We are 100% lurker friendly for meetings. I think KT was working on some meeting minutes for like a 2-hour meeting they were in. So oh, I know. I at one point today I just told a dude, do whatever, I'll fucking take care of it. Son of a bitch, what I just do that. There we go. We're up to 6. It's so weird that the exclamation command doesn't come up, but whatever. Yeah. And then came home to your second job, and it's like a meeting. And then you need to have a meeting to debrief the meeting for the meeting that you just had that is meant to be debriefing the meeting of the meeting to the meeting. Yeah, I got you, sister. I got you. Yeah. I eventually told my boss, I said, take me off of these meetings because I am not benefiting from them and they're stressing me out. No, I'm good. No, I'm good. I'm good. I don't need that in my life. I don't need that in my life. I literally told my boss, I said, dude, I cannot be on these meetings all day. They are stressing me out and I can't get any work done. Is she finally going to leave? Okay, she's going to leave me alone. She's going to leave me alone. Boom. What's up? Mhm. What's going on, sweetie? What's going on? What's going on, sweetie? You want to say hello to Willa? You want to say hi to Willa? Bum, 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 bum. Bing bong bing! You're sitting in the gloom. Why are you sitting in the gloom? Why sit in the gloom? It's okay to sit in the gloom. It is okay to sit in the gloom. You're more than welcome to sit in the gloom and chill. We can just be, we can just vibe. Just vibe in the gloom and be like, okay, we just chill in the friends. We're just working on getting our magenta to be different than the rest of it. Because the spell effects were, they're getting lost in translation. And they're feeling too samey, so it's also 1:30 in the morning. Ooh. We following How I Met Your Mother rules, which is nothing good happens after 3:30 in the morning. You want to say hello to Kishi? You want to say hello to Wishy? Wishy's in chat. You want to say hello? They're feeling a little gloomy. They could use a little meow meow magic. Got some meow meow magic? Mer. Okay. All she's got is meow. Mer. That's it. Sorry. What's up? Hi. Hello. Can I help you right now? Are my notebooks in your way? Are my notebooks in your way? Can I move my notebooks out of your way? If I move them out of your way, does that help? Thank you so much for that, my love. Thank you so much. You're so much help. You are being the most helpful of kitties right now. You know that, right? There's somewhere in this world, there's a cat that is being just judged by the lack of help that they are able to provide in comparison to you right now. Can I have this? Can I have this? Thank you so much for that. Yes. Yep. Are you upset that the birds aren't up? Is that what it is? I'm attempting to find a common ground with you, my love. She's very curious about my thing. Okay. I know what you're looking for, and you're looking for what's in here, aren't you? Hey, hey. You can smell them. I know you can. I know you can smell them. You're okay. Thank you for the lurk. Be well, King. I have to add that thing to the list. I have you on my list of things to add. Don't forget. Well, I have the list that I haven't gotten to yet, which is Dr. Frankenstein, King Dixon balls for the auto messaging. Willow needs to be in there as well. Here, confused cat girl. And then I have the tiny big wars one in there as well. Yeah, she's being a pill right now. Like she can't figure out what she wants to do, and she can't settle. Like I literally just tried to move the camera, and she's like jumping up to headbutt me. Um, she's being very chatty. What's up, huh? You looked like you were about to go to sleep. You tried to get a treat, and you were like, "Nah, I don't really want that." So I put treats in that box down there, and she will get them eventually when she really, really wants one. She'll figure out how to get in there. For the most part, she's like, ah, yeah. Also, I need to do that too. Okay. Hold on. Streamer bot. Auto. We're friends. Random lurk. Um, profile and message on screen. After Alex. What's up? Hmm? What? What? We love you, sweetie. You're in such a funky headspace today. You know that? I don't know why. I think it's because it's either too warm or it's too cold or something. But we're not going to keep feeding you treats all day to keep you chill. That's definitely not happening. Thank you. What's up? What's up, sweetie? What's up, Jay? How are you doing, sweetie? I put a new button in for you just in case you wanted to use it. Yay! Everybody gets a one time because that's when I marked persistent count. Mhm. Um, do both of these work on this? No, that doesn't. I remember things. I remember. Okay, now we got to do the shield. Think what I want to do. I do, Papa Nurgle. How are you? Can it be my friend? It can, and it is. It's Dr. Froggenstein and Katra. How are you doing? It works amazingly well now. I just need to add you to my auto shout out list. Um, how are you doing? Good, sir. Yeah, doctor. So I am going to do. So we're working on the magenta spell effects tonight. We're going to kind of do something like that.
Emotional damage.
Papernergle69420 request a dad joke.
What are we going to get? The urge to sing the Lion King song is just a weem away, a weem away. In the jungle, the mighty jungle, the kitty sleeps tonight. Excellent. Excellent. Yeah, so we're gonna. What? Oh, come on, Jay. You can't just start saying a weem away, a weem away, a weem away. A weem away. Oh, son of a biscuit. No, I'm not gonna stop. I has an earworm. Please send help. Brush on it for a second. Take a sip of that water, that billion-year ocean. Mm. Man, my hands are crampy. My hands need a moment to uncramp. Bum. Right. A little more of the white, please. Bum. Bum. Ba-dum. That looks so much better than that. Ay, caramba. Bum. Switch over to this brushy, and now what I can do, I'm pretty sure if I get this just right, I get a little taste of the white and get it in there. A little bit more of the white, get it in there. Put it down some more. Rinse brush out. Stretch the back. What's up? Okay, you finally gonna lay down? Like, lay down proper in a bed? Is that gonna be a better way of doing it? I think it might be. Let's do that. I'm gonna try something. Okay. All right. So I covered up all the wording that I did, which is fine. It's fine. It's fine for now. Oh, is she in my ear? Excuse me. There we go. Mama Lion, how are you? How was your day? How was your day? Yeah, I like that a lot better. I like that a lot better. Hi, sweetie. How are you? Hmm? What's up? Love you. I love you so much. Hi. Am I in your way? Is my painting in your way of your tail right now? Hmm? Is my painting in your way? Is my painting in your way, gorgeous? Hmm? You want to say hello to Mama Lion?
Catra. Pixie just showed up with new friends. Hope they have treats.
Pixie! Bow, 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 bow. How are you? How are you? How was your stream? How was your flocking? Yes, it is, in fact, time for you to go to bed. But Katra would like to say hello to all the raiders that came in. Trash Panda, Alchemist, Queldar. Welcome in. Welcome in. Hey. 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 Why are we being so spicy? Huh? Why are we being so spicy? Why are we being so spicy, sweetie? Why are we being so spicy? You and Q should be on your ways to bed so you can get some nice, relaxing sleeps in. Oh, that's kind of sad news. We are. I don't worry. You're adults. You're grown peoples. But welcome in people from Pixie. I'm Paints. I paint miniatures. We're currently working on a Malediction warband to take with us to Reapercon to have a card duel with our good friend Visit the Chronicler and Lotus K, along with the Lion Creative. So I have Archivist Porvlorn. I have his warband, and we're currently working on doing the magical effects and getting it squared away for it. I wanted to redo the magentas because I did not like how they looked originally, so I'm trying to bring them up and make them a little bit more pop. Make them pop a little bit. Huh? What's up? I got your tail. 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 Oop. Love you. Why are we trying to steal the poster tack, my love? Huh? Why are we trying to steal the poster tag? What did the poster tag do to you? Bum, bum. Randomly bite your hand? That or steal poster tag, yeah. Yeah. 3-year-olds do some of the dangest things, yo. Steal the poster tag. I remember I was in a ventrilo call way back in the day when that was a thing. And someone was talking about their kids and they go, "No, mommy, I'm the racist." She told her dad not to poop his pants yesterday while we were at the group maternity class. Bazinga. And I hope it was in the group class too. Not like before the group class when you guys are on the car. You're all in there and like it's full on screen warning someone not to poop their pants. Oh, children, how you're so amazing to deal with sometimes. And just remember, Mama, you wanted the second one. Not just, yeah, I know. Probably the one that didn't poop his pants during the class. Hmm. But yeah, I understand. It's always not a fun day when you have to be there through all of that. I can understand that, Mama. Yeah, yeah, that can be not. Hey, that's no bueno. Let us know of the buenos.
Thank you, Ari EQ's Mera coming in with the awesome people.
Welcome in, Ari. How are you? How are you? How was your stream? What were you up to? I saw you were doing some of the Warhammers. You had a James Warhammer going on.
Someone just followed. Who is that? Darkstars.
Thank you for that follow, Darkstar. Interesting. The activity feed from ADM is not catching up. Interesting. The Space Marine. In the grand 41st millennium, there's only Space Marines. We're currently working on the Malediction warband, trying to get our magenta spell effects to pop up, and I'm much happier with the way that this one's looking over this one. If I had kept everything darker, I would have liked that, but I think that this is going to be much more bueno fun. Well, good evening to you, Texas Wordsmith. How are you? I'm doing well. We're painting, we're having a good time, we're vibing to have fun. So I call that a victory for the day, and that is what's good. Yeah, he was painting storm giants, which has that kind of cream color, which they look good when I see them. They always look pretty. I added it earlier this week, Papa. So whenever Nightbot triggers, it'll add, or if I say something, VIPs or mods can catch me and add it, or I can add it myself. I put it there just kind of as a foreboding question. It seems weird not to encourage swearing, but after some of the days I've had screaming into the void, I think that it is the wisest of things to have. Area, if you got any Instagram links you want to share, feel free to drop them in chat and we'll take a little look-a-loo at them. Instagram is whitelisted, but everything else is not. I need to figure out how to whitelist Discord. Or put Discord's whitelist in there. I just lazy. Or not lazy, it's one of those I never know. It might be it could be a mimic. It could be a mimic. It could be a mimic. I saw something about adventurers. Why do you always bring your weapons to the table? Well, everything could be a mimic. I laughed, the waiter laughed, the table laughed. It was a good dinner. A slightly refreshed mood. Might I recommend comfort food and a funny movie? If you want to see a funny joke, there's Spaceballs, the universe that they talked about, which they called something along ass. It's ASS. And there was a lot of talks about stretching it out. Beef stroganoff. I haven't had beef stroganoff in forever. Good Burger 1 and 2. I mean, those were solidly goofy movies back in the day. Finally, someone has a close-up of the what? Oh, welcome in, McLean. How are you? It's just a document camera. Well, the first one though is because I remember the first one. What was early 2000s? Was it early 2000s, late 90s? No. Yes. Maybe? Question mark? Because those comedians hadn't quite taken off yet. And if I remember, they were based on Nickelodeon characters, weren't they? Grabbing some knowledge about streaming miniature painting. Interesting. Ooh la la. Welcome into the hobby. This camera here is a document camera that I was using originally for the miniature painting, and then I switched over to Mokosi's camera systems. They work really well, and they're a lot of manual stuff. Antifreeze bought one that was somewhat similar to mine, or tried to buy the one that I'm currently using, and he really enjoyed it, but he didn't get the exact same one because Amazon shipped him a different version of it. And he was instantly impressed with it. Depends on how much so you could make the mimic. So you're making out of a life-size chest, right? I'm using the Redgrass Games lamp and the Netty lamp. So the Netty lamp. So here, I'll turn that off. All right. So you could take the chest and you just need fabrics and foam after that. Fill your chest full of foam and fill your chest full of fabric. And when it opens close, you've got your mouth squared away. The next thing you need to do is figure out how to get a way for the teeth to fold up and down, which you could probably make out of foam as well. And you can go that way. So this camera here does not auto adjust, and these are essentially the stock settings of it. I run through the Elgato camera hub system, just because I wanted to be able to do something like this as easily as I do it now. But this is without any filters on it, or LUTs, I guess you would say, for the camera work. Um, it is easily accessible, if I'm not mistaken. That one, the black and white, yeah. That's why I have it on there. Is I'll look at it when I'm looking at various things to see how I want it to be, because I want these shields to be as bright as this is right here. When you're looking at something like this, like all of the magical smoke and effect is essentially lost against this figure. So I need to bring all of this stuff up to match this right here is kind of the expectation, and how much you can see on the face as well, and how prominent and the feature of the face is focal. Um, it was a trick that someone taught me a long time ago, and I've always kept it handy, dandy. Oh, there it is. One second. All right. Yeah. This is my current streaming setup. One second. I'll answer that question. Um, so my lights are right below or right above my camera, and then my microphone's hanging out just there, kind of just in the middle of it. So all that comes down. The document camera's right there. My assortment of junk, or various tools that I use to have at the ready.
Blizzard. Papernergle 6942 just redeemed breathe.
Thank you for taking the breath. This mushroom? He's going to get worked on soon. Yeah. That's the one thing that I find I need more of is the arms, or finding a location for the arms. This mushroom? Or are you talking about the fairy dragons? Because they did go live. That guy right there? Yeah. So they did make it to the YouTube shorts. Yeah. Not my greatest work, but he is done. I couldn't have done that much better with the zoomers, but it's okay. Yeah. Yeah. It's finished. Bum, bum, bum. There we go. All right, so I finally got that shield popping up, and now I need to take the smaller brush and not that brush, this brush. Um, Oh, you McLean. Um, so it just depends on how much detail you want to put into it. If you can get the craft materials of Nurgle, it could probably take you a couple of days to get it done. It wouldn't be that hard. I mean, it depends on the what you want to go for. So if you're using big foam chunks to make your teeth and stuff, you can use craft paints really quick to paint it up and get it to look pretty. It's essentially the easiest way to do it. And then really it's just trying to find a way to set the teeth back far enough so you can open and close the lid. And then your fabrics that you use, if you take varieties of them and use the foam, you can help form and fill in the chest. And probably just set the teeth back a little bit overwards. So if you had your chest, right, you want to set your teeth back here and your teeth back here so when they open, the lid can open and close. And then back through here, use fabric and foam and boxes and stuff to kind of fill in the rest of it. And then you can make a big old tongue. Something to be in there. Or you can make this be a bunch of eyes and just one tongue if you wanted to. That's how I would probably quickly take that stance. Since you're new here, McLean, you haven't seen any of this. I'm just going to stack right here. Oh. You can use spray foam as a filler too. Yeah, that's true. So, I mean, it's just a couple of, it depends on how much time you want to put into it and the amount of detail and complexities you want. So this is my painting cards that I create for the figures that I'm working on. So this is the Malediction, and it kind of writes out the directions that I was using for the various colors. I will put swatches down. Yeah. Rectangular chest would work. And I am told this is what makes me look like I'm kind of a serial killer, is the status of my wet palette and how clean I keep it, and all of the various cards that I create for the different things that I'm working on. So the shirt that I was using, Papyrus and Sunray, the hair going up to Sunray, and then the rest of what I was doing. Sometimes it's just writing out the different things that I was doing or the colors that I was using just to get to where I was at. So I would always remember what mixes I had out on my palette. So we a little intense around these parts sometimes, but it's how I keep my palette straight from project to project. Yeah. It's an exercise that I grew the habit of. So this is my Kelpies that I've been working on. How I get to what I get to and where I'm at with the colors is so I can always recreate what I'm up to. So the greens, the reds, the oranges. Hello, Kitty. How are you? You want to say hello? We have a new friend in chat. Well, what are we meowing about? You've been extra awake today. Is there something going on that I'm unaware of? Yeah, but someone turned me on to the idea of watercolor notebooks. Oh, ads. Yeah. Yeah. I have one commission coming up that I was asked to do, so we'll see we'll see what it turns out to be. I mean, I'm going to paint the miniature regardless. I'm going to get some amount of compensation, not a whole lot, but I will get some. It's going to be super awesome. Yes, I have a stream deck that I use for that. So the wet palette turns off to that cam actually turns off and on depending on when it is. Sometimes I've had video encoding errors randomly through the AMD drivers. So I just, whenever I'm switching scenes and turning stuff off and on, it tends to turn it off. Well, the idea is to turn it off so the source doesn't accidentally break something. We were doing her kitty treat on a Friday, and there's a YouTube stream that is exactly as long as her treat. Stream was up and running. We got there for 10 minutes, and then all of a sudden, I got done giving her treat, and I went and I touched this camera a little bit. And apparently, the encoder and the AMD drivers all said no together. Like it was like the perfect touch of the camera. I'm like, okie dokie there. But welcome back, Mads. We got the kitty hanging out. Yeah, so she hangs out. That camera turns off and on, depending on how the source is set through the Stream Deck. Did I need to buy a Stream Deck? No. Did I buy it because it was on sale and it was one of those easy things to do? Yes. These would be more white. $20 centimeter figure would be This is times 10, right? So it'd be, that's what I thought. It's what yeah. Oh, I know why. We'll have a ruler that has them on both sides so we can tell where they'll line up. They'll never line up. They'll never line up. Yeah. So my ReaperCon entry, McLean, is the size of this ruler, essentially. It's a 75 millimeter figure. Good evening, Kale. How are you? How is the Twitch grandmama? This is the ReaperCon entry that I've been working on. So it's at least one ruler high. At least. Yeah. It is to the point that it's almost done. I have a small punch list that I need to go through on it. I have head gap and paint so far. I've gone through most of my to-do lists that I've been working through, so. Yeah, so we're going to make these two shields look almost the same. This one's going to be a little bit brighter. Oh, you're fine. I bounce between various brands, McLean. My top three that I usually go with are Chimera, Reaper Miniature, Reaper MSP, and Pro Acryl. Right now on the wet palette is
Feeling mistake coming in with the awesome people.
These three colors is all I have. Magenta, red. They're the Velvet Inks. Spieling. How are you? How was the rest of your art stream? Catra may have stolen them. Catra may have stolen them. They may have been stolen. It tends to be the various ones that I use. I learned to paint using Reaper, so I'm always going to have a special place in my heart for it. And for those that are just coming in and rating from Spelling Mistake, that is Catra the kitty. She's been in a mood. I don't know what's up with her right now, but she's in a mood. So enjoy her while she's there. She'll probably jump off here shortly and be on my desk. I grew up. I started using Reaper. Was my first learn to paint, and then the Pro Acryl set that I bought was primarily for the Vince Ventrilla Payne's Gray. A bit tired because you're learning a new thing. I can understand that. I understand that feeling. It looked like you were having a lot of fun and you were learning to use 3 words. I tried to get you to add in 1, but it didn't work. Yeah. They're all lovely paints to use. I can't remember which version it is that everybody loves, but it's like the model color or whatever. And it's Jeff's Keys. Every once in a blue moon, I might use scale 75 for something, but I don't really lean into that one too much anymore. So I tend to lean on the either the Reaper or the Chimera. If I want to mix a specific color, I tend to grab the Chimera set. just because they're all single pigments, so I can finagle what I want out of it. The skin tones are absolutely beautiful, though, and I do not use them enough, but sometimes I get annoyed with them, so I don't always reach for them. Oh, the secret 3-letter command was a 3. Oh, I didn't know that. Yes, I do. Exclamation Discord, and it should bring it up for you. Bam! The automatic bot timer is not shouting out my socials like it's supposed to right now. I have to fight with StreamerBot and figure out what's going on with that. It's been a process with it. It's like everything says it should work, and it's like, I don't think. So the Scale 75 speed paints are nice. They're nice. I love them. I'm in a different place where I don't use them all that much. So, because I did have one of their sets for like the non-metallic metal, which has got like Frenzy Orange and Furry Brown or something like that. Rage Brown or something along those lines. I can't remember all the names. I would use those every so often when doing non-metallic metal, or when I was painting some different versions of non-metallic metal to try to help with it. So I'd have one less thing to think about. You're all good. Yeah, StreamerBot's been interesting. Yeah, essentially that's what it became. Is their speed paints turned into washes. The other stuff from Scale 75 is okay, but the problem is that gel medium sometimes gets really, really funky to use, or it becomes really funky and it just does not behave the way you think it should, or you get one extra little bristle of water in there and all of a sudden it goes to crap and you can't use it anymore. Yeah. That's what Scale 75 is like in a nutshell sometimes. No. I would not recommend Scale 75 K. If you want to pick up like one or two of their skin shadows, yes. But picking up their range to paint with, no. It's just, I can look at my paint rack and I see 1, 2, 3, 4 bottles of Scale 75 on that entire rack. I just do not. I don't always recommend it because the gel. So they, unlike other paints. So let me grab it really quick. So this paint bottle right here, and this paint bottle right here. I'll check it out here in a little bit. These two use kind of a similar base or medium, I guess you would say. And these two mediums are very, very, very similar. This could be Sherwin-Williams, and this is something close to Sherwin-Williams. I think Pro Acryl uses something slightly different than Reaper, but for the argument's sake, it's essentially the same. Some amount of trade secret. The Chimeras, they also use the same kind of medium that everything else is using. Their Velvet line is somewhere between an ink and not an ink. So its medium is slightly different, and that's where you get the really shininess from it. Scale 75 uses a gel. So their gel medium is very much different. So you can use it right out of the bottle, but if you add too much water, it almost instantly breaks. And if you don't add enough, it doesn't feel like it works correctly. Because this, I had Mars Orange from Scale 75 originally, and I loved that color. But there would be times I would go to paint with it, and I would instantly regret my life decisions by using it. Instantly regret it. I love that Kratos figure. I'm only going to grab one of them, but yeah. Like I like that figure right there. Not super keen on Fenrir's head right here because he was the best pupper, but I can understand why it's there. But yeah, I actually really like that figure. Looks pretty. Nice little half moon. Nice. Very nice. Very nice. Oh, the ashy skin tones are some of the complicated to get done and work with. Like I think I've tried to do something similar in the past and it's not worked out quite the way I wanted it to, but I understand. I was doing the Geisha Girl model from Chimera. I was working on that bust and I was like really sad all day when I was painting it on stream because her skin tone is essentially white. Um, and it would just burn the lens out. And I'm just like, this isn't really good this isn't something you really want to have on your stream right now. It was really early days when I was using different cameras. Okay. Here we go. Got a little bit more red in it. A little bit more red in it. Uh, One of the friends is Smiling Beagle has a palette, and he's like, "Oh my god, I can't believe yours stays so clean." I'm like, "Well, it's sometimes an organized mind when you're working on stuff can change the entire aspect of what you're doing." Yeah. Yeah. I understand that. It gets so challenging to use them on. If you give me 1 second, let me finish unloading this brush. Yeah, there we go. That's okay. That's better. Um, Take care, McLean. Look forward to seeing you in the future. Be safe. And we'll be back on Friday night and we're going to paint up a dwarf. Friday night, we're going to paint a dwarf. That I know for sure. There's going to be dwarf painting time. Mighty Morphin Dwarfin time. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Oh. Yeah, I had too much white in my color I was trying to use to highlight it up. Boom, boom, boom. The way she looks in the camera is that she's curled up, but she's not. Oh no, I see it now. I see her head being popped up. She's sitting up with her head up. Mhm. 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 I might need to mix in a little bit more weight and just take it up a little bit higher. That's right, I forgot to paint his fist. I forgot to paint a fist. Son of a biscuit. Mhm. Mhm. Almost identical. Yeah. Okay. We'll put out there. How was Conan last night, Kale? Did you get to listen to the lamentations of the women's? The lamentation of the women's. What it was versus what I'm going towards. The night and days of it. Take them off of us. I don't know why I have them on it. Blub, 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 blub. Oh. You leave that one back on. One second. I need to take one minor detour. I need some stupid glue. I need some toothpicky, and I need a piece of parchment paper. Okay. I was watching myself. That was interesting. That was interesting. Yes. That is much more significantly interesting than what I previously had. Mm. I'm really liking that. I was really liking that. Yes, 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 yes. Oh, I still needed this. That's good. I was curious. Can I do the same thing in this guy? Ooh, a little too aggressive there. Yes, that is much more better. It needed something more than what it had. Because now when he stands on this, yeah, you're all good. This all kind of jives now. And I'm much more happier with that. I need to finish his face and his skull a little bit, but it should be. Yeah, it really does come together when it's like that. It just, they all feel the same. They're all in the same unit. They're all casting from the same school of magics. I need to fix my little flub there, though. That'll be fine. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. I need to do snooze the ads. I think that's going to be it. I want to call those guys. That's part done. I have one hand that I need to finish painting that you can see, but I'm pretty happy with it. Just want to move everything off to the side in case the cat decides to come and be a menace to society again. Um, Toss up the ending because we'll write out in about 10 minutes. About 10 minutes, and we'll do a little write out. That needs to go much thinner. Much thinner. Thank you for the shirts. Give me one second. Oh, thank you, Jay. Oh. Oh. You take care as well. Okay, yeah. Be awesome. Miss the sexy grandma. Uh-huh. And if all else fails, blame Taco. But not really. Taco's a taco. Mm-hmm. I know I often joke about it, but I do like me the taco. Good bean that one is. Mm. Good. Exactly. Sometimes he's better at guacamole, sometimes he's not. Just, depends on the day. Okay. Almost time to get out of here. Yeah, you can tell. I'm just doing it. Stop whining. I need to write out. I do need to write out, or I'm going to be here all night doing the same thing that I'm doing right now, and I cannot keep doing that. Because if I don't write out, I'm not going to go to bed, and then it's just going to, brother, it's like, it's like, who Who is on? Size on. She's in just chatting. Dead by Daylight. Box Tabletop. Lotus. That's my video game. We are going to go see. He's taking a stretch break. Oh God, I am. It's all falling apart. It's all falling apart, man. It's all falling apart. It's all falling apart. It's falling apart. Oh God. Oh God, it's falling apart. I found our raid target. We're gonna go see Dingy Ducky because he raided into me. We'll raid back into them, and we'll have a grand old raid. No, we're not gonna do a 12-hour stream. We might do one towards the end of the year, but it is definitely something that I have done and will do in the past. We'll do in the future because it's always all kinds of fun. Katie Lou, who, thank you for being here. Willow Wondrous, thank you for being here. Crazy Candy J, be safe. Hail the grandma of all of the Twitch, be awesome. And everybody that's rated in and been here tonight, thank you so much. We will return on Friday, and we are going to paint up a dwarf, and then we'll probably work on little bits of odds and ends from this Malediction Warband on Saturday. So let's go be safe, be awesome, and be cool.